Wow. So, big news for the New York Knicks. Actually, two moves that they have made just recently. And I got to say, it's really interesting. And major move, major props to the New York Knicks. One, they go out and they trade for Mikal Bridges. Now this adds a fourth Villanova Wildcat to that roster, but that's for a different day. But this obviously add a scorer, a guy that has NBA final experience, a guy who will not fold under pressure, a guy who will be an asset and also has that mentality. I've mentioned the Villanova Wildcat. So, with Divichizzo, with Hart, with Brunson, adding him to the mix is going to be a major part. Not to be undone what the Knicks did following that. After making that trade, they add OG Anunoby, right? Or reportedly, he's supposed to be coming back, I should say. They traded for him during midseason, and now they're going to sign him, I think, to a 5-year, $200+ million contract. So, what does this mean for the Knicks? A few things. First, let's ask you the elephant in the room. What does this mean for Julius Randle, right? Obviously, the Knicks would want to keep Julius Randle. I don't know if that's going to actually happen with the moves that they've made to this roster. We've seen the success that they just recently had, which I'll get into a little bit later. So I'm not going to say that Julius Randle is expendable, but they've had success without him for a good portion, of the season. So maybe they do something in trading him to keep Hartenstein. He's an unrestricted free agent. If that doesn't happen, you still got Mitchell Robinson there. As long as he can stay healthy, that's going to help out the New York Knicks in this season that's upcoming. But if they keep both of the centers, I'm sure that they'll be excited. I know the Knicks really want to keep everybody. If they can keep everybody and everybody be happy, about it. But I just don't think everybody's going to be. I don't think they're going to be able to keep everybody and keep everybody happy. So going into this, after these moves, I'm sure there's probably some other moves that the New York Knicks will make. But at this particular point in the season, off season, I should say, before we even get into the regular season, you have to throw the New York Knicks. They finished second in the Eastern Conference. You have to keep them there. You have to put them in a mix of rivaling and put them in that tier, possibly with the Boston Celtics. They're going to be deep. They're going to be deep. And watching how they played this past season, and we know that they dealt with some injuries. I know they were looking at the Eastern Conference Final and saying, you know what? We could have gave the Boston Celtics some fits. We could have beat the Boston Celtics with what we got. So with them tooling up, getting Mikal Bridges, keeping OG, possibly keeping Hartenstein and some of the others, on this squad. And again, we don't know what it is going to be about Julius Randle. But if they keep Julius Randle, I'm just telling you right now, basketball fans, you thought the Knicks fans were unbearable before. It's going to be crazy to start off the season. They probably already are talking about championship right now, right? They normally wait maybe till like around training camp or something like that. But I got to give the New York Knicks prop in a great move that they've made so far. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. The NBA is always better when the New York Knicks are relevant.